Good day everyone, I'm Joshua Clement and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about hammers. Hammers are one of the most important tools to have in your toolbox. You're going to use them on almost every job, whether it be to drive something down, to pry something up, or even just to space something a little bit off the floor. So here we have a couple different varieties of hammers. We have our wood hammer with curved claw. We also have a straight clawed hammer with a fiberglass handle. We have a full metal frame hammer and then a framing hammer, which is also full metal framed. Now here we have our curved claw hammer, regular head with a wood handle. The top part is made out of steel, then it's recessed by wood that goes through the top of the hammer. This is a 16-ounce hammer, most commonly used for your smaller jobs and residential use. I like to use this hammer around my trim work because it's a little bit lighter weight and I can be a little bit more precise, has a comfortable grip, so I'm comfortable using it. You want to try to avoid using this hammer in your big construction areas. You don't want to be banging on some center block with this because it has a wood handle and it's more likely to break there and bounce the head right back at you. You also want to try to avoid using it during framing construction. You're using a lot of force to drive those nails in to set those studs, and that could lead to some fractures in your wood and cause the head to come off. This is a great hammer to have around the house for your residential use, for your wood shop, or for your smaller jobs like trim work. It has the curved claw on the back, so it's a little bit easier to pull those nails out without damaging the wood as much. Here's our straight clawed hammer with our fiberglass handle. Here again, we have it recessed into the head of the hammer and sealed on the top. So when you're going to drive something down, you have the possibility of breaking this fiberglass and causing the head to come off or throwing it across the room. With the straight claw, it's great for using on roofing jobs to be able to tear those shingles out, or for digging a little trench when you're working close to the ground like a deck. This is a great tool to have in your toolbox because you can use it for framing or even just your little trim work. It's a lightweight hammer, only 16 ounce, so it's very easy to handle. Here we have our solid metal frame hammer, which means that the head isn't put on afterwards. It's all cast in the same pouring. The metal runs all the way through the grip of the handle. And this is a 20-ounce hammer, so it's a little bit heavier. You're going to use this a lot more for building walls, your framing, setting windows, stuff like that, because it gives you a little bit more oomph with every swing. You have the straight claw on the back with the smaller head from your framing hammers. But with this tool, you can use it to pry something sideways, like trying to lift up a piece of drywall, trying to put it against the wall. You have the claws on the back to be able to dig your trenches or to rip out your shingles. This is a great tool to have. Here we have a framing hammer. As you can see, the head is a lot bigger on there. That way you don't have to be as accurate with it when you're trying to deliver a lot of force to be able to set those walls into place. You have good sized claws on the back to be able to pull those nails out. You do not want to use this for your little trim work. The head is too big and it's going to bruise the wood because it doesn't matter how lightly you tap on it. There's a lot of force because it's a 24-ounce hammer, so you're going to end up bruising that wood. These hammers over here with the solid metal frame are more your industrial use hammers, good for construction and residential use. The ones over here with the fiberglass frame and your wood frame are more for your residential use and smaller jobs. You want to keep these off of the big job sites because if one of these breaks, you're stuck without a hammer for the rest of the day. With these solid steel ones, they're going to last you for a very long time. It's important that you make sure you have the right hammer for your job. You don't want to be lugging around a framing hammer all day when you're trying to do just some little work. It's going to end up getting heavy and it's going to wear your arm out. Thank you all for watching and good luck with this project.